in a quiet suburb nestled between gentle hills and winding roads, lived a man named Rajiv. He was a mid-level executive at a bustling corporation, well respected for his punctuality, discipline, and ambition. Every morning, he would leave his home at precisely 7:30 a.m., briefcase in hand, and return no earlier than 9 p.m. His life was defined by routine, efficiency, and measurable success. Promotions, performance reviews, annual bonuses. These were the currencies of his worth. Rajiv had a 5-year-old daughter named Anya. She had wide, curious eyes, a mop of dark curls, and a voice that often sang rather than spoke. She loved flowers, clouds, drawing, and asking questions, especially the kind that adults found hard to answer. Though Rajiv loved his daughter, their time together was limited to brief dinners and weekend mornings. Anya would often wait by the door in the evenings, crayons in hand, eager to show her father her latest drawing. Most nights, Rajiv would pat her head, murmur, "Beautiful, sweetie," and continue checking emails on his phone. One Sunday morning, something unusual happened. Rajiv had promised Anya a full day together, just the two of them. No work, no phone calls. They were to go to the park, have ice cream, and maybe even fly a kite. At the park, Anya ran ahead, her laughter ringing like wind chimes. She chased pigeons, picked daisies, and tried to balance on the low stone wall near the pond. Rajiv sat on a bench, watching her while his phone buzzed endlessly in his pocket. After lunch, as they sat on the grass under a tree, Anya leaned against her father and said, "Daddy, why are grown-ups always in a hurry?" Rajiv blinked, momentarily confused. "What do you mean, sweetheart?" She tilted her head and said, "You always say, 'Hurry up.' When we get ready, when we eat, when we walk. Even now your eyes are looking at your phone more than at me." Rajiv laughed nervously. "Well, there's just a lot to do, Anya. Work, responsibilities. That's how the world works." Anya was quiet for a moment, then softly said, "But if you're always hurrying, when will you be happy?" Her words hung in the air like a sacred echo. Rajiv felt them land somewhere deep in his chest. He stared at her, stunned, not by the question itself, but by the way she had asked it, so gently, so innocently, so honestly. That night, after Anya had gone to sleep, Rajiv sat alone in his study. He looked around at his certificates, neatly stacked files, and the glowing screen of his work laptop. And for the first time in years, he questioned all of it. He questioned the constant rush, the meetings, the deadlines, the hours spent building a life that had very little room for living. Over the next weeks, Rajiv began to make small changes. He started coming home earlier, turned off his phone during dinner, and began taking Anya on walks every Saturday. He watched her chase butterflies, ask strange and wonderful questions, and find joy in puddles and pine cones. One evening, as they watched the sunset from their balcony, Anya said, "Daddy, you smile more now." Rajiv pulled her into his lap, kissed her forehead, and whispered, "That's because you reminded me how." Moral of the story: sometimes wisdom doesn't come from age or education. It comes from presence. A child's words may be wrapped in simplicity, but they often carry truths that adults have forgotten. In our pursuit of success, we often sacrifice the very moments that make life meaningful. It takes courage to slow down in a world that glorifies speed, but in doing so, we begin to hear what truly matters: the sound of laughter, the feel of sunshine on our skin, and the quiet wisdom of a child who simply wants us to look up, breathe, and be here now.